We are on the GSX-S, the 1000. This is an inline-4 naked sport bike, based off of the GSX, based on the Gixxer, based on the GSX-R. This is the Sport, not the R, as for racing. So you've got different bars, you've got different seating position, you've got different bodywork. You don't have a whole front end. It is a naked sport demon of a bike. There's my twin right there. We got Biker Beta, right? On YouTube, he's doing a review of the GSX-R. I don't know why I cannot say that. He currently rides a V-Rod, so this is a different thing for him. This is the first time he's ridden a sport bike. So if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I have a Versys 650, which I love, and I've been trying to figure out, should I replace it with something? And back in the day, I had a Z1000 by Kawasaki, and I loved that bike. I wish I'd never sold that bike, so I'm thinking maybe it's time to get out of the ADV world and get back into the sport, standard naked sport bike, street fighter type bikes. So I'm riding this bike just to see if I like it. And I gotta say, I do not like the dash. I don't have the best of vision. I wear contacts, but that is really hard to see. It's very faded. Not that you need to see a whole lot beyond the speedometer for most of it, but there's a lot of numbers on there. I've got the odometer, the tripodometer, the fuel gauge, the fuel miles per gallon. It's just a lot, and it's hard to see. So I'm not a stunt bike rider, I'll say that, but man, that's it. I want to do wheelies. I think really what I'm looking for in a bike is I want something that is fun, something that is quick, something that has the torque to get me out of my own way, but also has the ability to be comfortable on longer distance rides. I mean, living in Houston, it's an hour to get to Houston. So if I'm on the bike for an hour to go to a bike night, I don't want to have sore wrists or back. I want to be able to just jump on the bike and be comfortable. So the Versys is really good at that. The Versys is a great commuter bike, but what it lacks is that like pep and fun and the zippiness that I really want. I want a bike that kind of just snaps like that. That snap is fun. Seating position's pretty good. It's not like super sporty. I've got taller bars than a full Super Sport, so it's pretty comfortable. It's not terribly buzzy. It is an inline-4, so it's pretty smooth. Hard to say at 30 miles an hour if I need a windscreen, but there is no windscreen on this at all. Like, the gauges are really just the windscreen. It does have traction control. It does have variable fueling. I'm assuming the gauges are fine at night. My guess is the backlight works pretty well, but compared to the other TFT screens that all the other bikes have, I feel like this is a bit antiquated almost. Like maybe they need to update that to be with the rest of the lineup. The brakes work fantastically. Yeah, no, yeah, I told you. When he said this was his first time riding a sport bike, I said his wrists are gonna hurt. And he's saying his wrists hurt now. Looks like it does have a quick shifter. It is a cable clutch. I'm surprised at that. I figured that the 1000 would have a hydraulic clutch. That fan is really loud. The radiator fan is like screaming at me. I could see myself getting into trouble with one of these bikes. Now this is a very rough road, and I'm feeling every bit of it on this suspension. This suspension is more sport tuned, so it's very stiff. It is adjustable, but it is not a plush ride like the ADV bikes that I've been riding are. Whee! Could I do a Suzuki? I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. Not because I'm too biased and want a Kawasaki. Yes, I love my Kawi's, but I just don't know that I could deal with that gauge. Maybe I'd learn to get used to it. It just looks so messy. Sounds good though. Uh-oh. We got a truck pulling a food truck through the median. Alright, the cooling fan finally turned off. It's finally stopped screaming at me. I'm trying to mess with these buttons to see if I can clean up the gauges at all to make it easier to read what's going on. Wonder how this would do with the track. Probably pretty good, actually. It's obviously not a race bike. I'm not looking to race anymore. I'm just looking to go play and have some fun on the track. This feels very, very comparable to the Z900, which I'm not surprised by. But I feel like the Z900 has been in production for basically 20 plus years, because you had the different variations of Z900 and Z1000. It's got that heritage. That's kind of where I'm leaning back towards. I like the color. I like the accents. Man, it's like a jet taking off with that fan. Oh man, this could pull up easily in second gear. Just crack on the throttle and up it would go. Finally got above 50 miles an hour. I just really want to see what it feels like at highway speeds because of the no windscreen or any fairing. It's not unstable. I'm definitely feeling the wind hit my chest, but it's not throwing me back. My guess is over 80. I would not want to have my Enduro helmet that has a visor on it. Let's try the quick shifter downshifting. Oh, that's good. That was smooth. That was actually really smooth. I enjoyed that. Sometimes with the downshift and a quick shifter that's not set up correctly, you get like a lurch. That was pretty good. Let's see if I can do it upshifting, how that feels. Granted, we've only got like a half mile left on the ride, quarter mile. I dig it. Suzuki definitely got it right with their quick shifters, gotta say. I'm not going in front of that Toyota. Good, neither are you. But they're letting us go. Nice. Thanks to the crew. Well, I think I've decided that I am not going to buy another ADV bike. I think I need to go back to something sporty, something fun, something zippy, and an inline four. I think I need that again in my life, because I have too much fun every time I ride on these bikes.